Whew, okay. Things have obviously changed around here. Namely, my lights have changed. Check these out. These are awesome. I have these new cool, like, panel key lights from Elgato because I'm now part of the Elgato Ambassador program. So thank you to my friends there for adding me to that program for some reason and sending me these really cool lights. Somebody in one of my streams said that it makes me look sort of HD. I think that they light me a lot more evenly. Big shout out to Morgan for helping me set these up because my colorblind ass absolutely had no idea what I was doing with the brightness and the temperature. So thank you to her for making me look mildly better than I normally do. Sometimes you can polish a turd. Anyway, if you want to support me in the program and also get a discount for 5% off any of the Elgato products, with some exceptions included, just double check your cart to make sure that the code actually works. You can use the code and the affiliate link that I'll put down below in the description, but also no huge pressure or anything like that. I just think these lights are cool. They also sent me a huge cool green screen that I'll be using eventually for probably something chaotic. Anyway, as is tradition, I am posting on my YouTube anniversary. It's been 11 years of making Girbeagly content over here, which is just really wild. I know that in 2023, I had a little bit of a disappointing run where I think I put up like 8 videos, maybe 9. That might be giving myself too much credit. So not exactly the greatest run, but just, you know, getting through the horrors of the world. Many of you know that 2023 was not my favorite year. I had a pretty bad luck run where it was just a whole bunch of like health crises for my parents. I got hit with a really scary, huge bill that I'm still actively paying off. I had a bunch of sponsorships fall through, not by any fault of me, but just because the world is on fire and things are expensive and departments got closed and people got fired. And as a result, a lot of the offers that I'm used to getting or relying on to pay off those big scary bills are not exactly as present as they used to be. It sucks a lot. I feel really bad for all the staff that have been impacted at various companies that I've worked with in the past, and it's one of those things that makes full-time content creation just like a really weird thing. It's never really a guaranteed job. You just do what you can, and I'm doing what I can. That said, I'm really grateful to those of you who have stuck around and are excited to see whatever I come up with, whenever I come up with it. I've already put out 2 videos this year, so that's kind of a good start. I know that it's been a long time since I posted anything between this video and those, but it is what it is. I'm working on it, and you know, mental health and my peace are still very much front and center as far as priorities go for me. I'm still in therapy, which is going super well. I'm really enjoying working with my therapist because, again, she's someone who has some insight into the full-time content creator world because that's something that her partner does as well. She's someone who is very up to date with the times and just giving me a lot of perspective, and also helping me heal from a lot of past trauma that I've gone through throughout my life. And it's just been really good. It's been very, very solid for me. It's been solid for Morgan. It's been solid for everyone that I know. Every relationship that I have is becoming something that I am happy with, whether that means I have cut out people who are toxic elements in my life, or I have become a more direct communicator and boundary setter with other relationships in my life, which has actually increased trust and strengthened bonds that I've had. And that's something really important to me. It's great. But yes, so I'm not, you know, always going to be prioritizing content over time spent with my loved ones, or time spent catching up with friends, or time where I just need to decompress on the couch underneath a blanket and just like zone out on my Steam Deck for 10 hours. That is something that I have a huge amount of just, I don't know, reliance on these days as far as getting through existence. That might sound kind of silly. I know that it's an incredibly privileged thing. You know, I get to play video games for a living and make content online, and that's something I'll never be ungrateful for. But there are times where I have to just be a human. And maybe some of you think that's me overcompensating by not spending as much time here as I do in my own personal time and space. But I am not someone who has your opinion coming out of me. I am someone who has my opinion coming out of me. So that's the best I can do. I am making up for the imbalance that existed previously in my life, so that hopefully moving forward into the future, I can be a well-functioning adult who does the best for myself as well as those on the internet who enjoy my content. So that's kind of the strategy that I've been embodying recently, and thank you to those of you who have had a lot of faith in that. I know for one, it's definitely made streams on Twitch a lot more fun. I still stream there regularly, pretty much every other day. Recently I've been even adding bonus days in every now and then, just because I enjoy doing it so much. We've been going through so many fun indie games, especially lately, where I've been playing nostalgic games to me, like Night in the Woods or Oxenfree, or any other games that I really have a lot of love for because of this YouTube channel. And getting to experience those with another aspect of my community in the live streaming world has been amazing. So if you don't follow me on Twitch yet, maybe this is your signal to go do so, because I'm definitely a lot more active over there. That said, in typical neurotic me fashion, I was talking to Morgan earlier today about how I kind of want to get back to doing Let's Plays here on YouTube. Playing a lot of those games, those older games, made me realize how much joy just doing gameplay videos has brought me over the years. It's something that brought me back to a familiar and comfortable place that just makes me happy. And why else do I exist except to try to be as happy as I can? Because there are moments where I do have to engage in discourse, or there are moments where I do have to address issues going on in the world, or I feel like addressing issues going on in the world that are terrible and truly bleak and tear us down emotionally as a collective. And you know, it's important to address those things. It's important to talk about those things, but also I don't want to do that all the time. In the moments that I can take my privilege and be able to take a step back and enjoy making something, adding something of positive value to the world, I'm going to also do that. You know, it has to be a balance. It can't be all one way or another. So that is something that I think would be kind of fun to do again. It would be very nostalgic. I think those of you from like the olden days on this channel might enjoy watching me maybe replay some of those old games, or just get back to those old school Let's Play style videos that a lot of my friends are still making. I think that I went through a little bit of an identity crisis as a YouTuber, and I was adding all of this pressure to myself, which is what made me so reluctant to even come back, because I thought I had to come back in this big grand way. I take a lot of cues from a lot of the bigger friends that I have who do these really creative variety type things. I mean, like Ethan is such a talented person. I give him so much crap because he's basically my little brother and we've known each other so long, but like he inspires me so much. He is someone who is so endlessly creative, and there were times that I have compared myself to him over the years and gone, man, he's doing these things, that's so cool. But instead of getting inspired, I would get down on myself, which is not what those types of interactions or observations should result in. And that's a me thing. That's nothing that he's ever done. Him and I are still thick as thieves. We've been catching up a lot recently, which has been wonderful. I visited him a few months ago in LA, and hopefully this year I get to go out and do that again, although traveling budget is a little bit tighter these days, but it is what it is. We're moving forward and doing the best we can to, you know, maintain a long distance friendship. That said, I'm familiar, I'm comfortable, I'm happy making Let's Play videos, and I was very happy making Let's Play videos. I did go through a phase where editing any YouTube video was a monumental emotional and psychological task that just weighed me down for some reason. I think it was just burnout of doing this since 2013, which is crazy. But I don't know. I think I'm ready to come back to some of that. Like, I'll definitely mix in chaotic videos or wholesome videos like the pet videos. Those have been really fun, and they, you know, get the community involved, and I love doing that. But gameplay is how I started this channel. Gameplay is something that makes me happy, and gameplay is something that it's easy for me to do. It's fun for me to do, and I think it'd be cool to do again. So look forward to some of those whenever I'm ready to start making them again. And who knows? I am neurotic as hell, as I've mentioned before. Maybe all of this will change. Who knows what will happen? But I do want to say thank you for allowing me to do this for 11 years and supporting me through so many different cool ventures that I've had. And I've gotten to get involved with humongous companies that I grew up loving. You know, Pokemon works with me regularly. Yu-Gi-Oh! Invited me to be part of an invitational tournament that my team won and that I got to that was so cool to be a part of, be a featured guest on. That was so neat. I've gotten to work with Netflix and Warner Brothers and all these huge companies that have these really, really iconic franchises, and it's just been very wild to do that over the years. And I am hyper aware that the life that I have, the job that I have, the experiences that I've had are very atypical. They're very, very unorthodox when it comes to the working world and adult life and things like that. But I am always so thankful, and I'm always so proud of a lot of the accomplishments that I've had, but I wouldn't have any of them without this phenomenal community. So thank you to all of you for everything you've done over these past 11 years. Now go follow me on Twitch so that I can have more followers there and I can say hi to you again, because both of those things are cool. Anyway, as is tradition, this was just a little ramble video here on St. Patrick's Day of 2024. My very weirdly timed anniversary for YouTube, but I don't know. I feel like the ice is starting to melt. I know I've said this in previous vlogs, but it does feel like I'm starting to rediscover myself again and believe in myself in a lot of ways that I had lost over the past few years, especially since 2020. You know, the world felt like it was ending, and there's definitely still remnants of that haunt me and many others, and there are constantly terrible tragedies happening and horrible things that we cannot prevent, individually, that I am constantly emotionally grappling with. But once I get a better handle on the anxiety, once I get a better handle on what I want my future as a content creator to be, just know that there is a drive, there is a passion still here for all of that will be coming on through. And thank you for believing me. Truly, thank you for believing in the things that I can do, and also listening to me mumble through words. I hope that hasn't been happening too much in this vlog. I just have weird cornmeal feeling in my mouth. I don't know how to describe it. It's making it hard to pronounce things. But on a sincere note, thank you very, very much to all of you for being awesome. My voice acting stuff has been coming back. I took a little bit of a break from doing auditions in 2023. I sent out almost as many, I think as many now this year already as I did in the entirety of 2023, and as a result, I landed a main character role in a very small project, but I'm still very excited because it's my first main character / protagonist role, which I hopefully will have more details to give to everybody soon. But it's just been really cool to be able to achieve a lot of the dreams that I set out to achieve years and years ago. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I know I'm redundant. I know I just yap nonstop. That's all I've ever had as a skill set, but thank you. Anyway, I'm gonna get going. Maybe I'll brainstorm some games that I want to let's play. In the meantime, I hope everyone's been well. Those of you who have stuck around and supported the things that I've done across the internet, thank you. I did want to also note I'm not really using Twitter as much anymore. I'll go on there to reply to some posts or things that are sent to me. I'll occasionally just read someone who I follow's feed and just catch up on what they're doing. But overall, I've kind of stopped using it. It wasn't a really good place for me mental health wise, just due to the fact that there's a lot of negativity over there, and the constant demand to algorithmically fit in to a niche so that my posts would do well was just, it's not for me anymore. It sort of outlived its purpose. So I don't doom scroll anymore though, which is very good. That's a big positive. But if you want to keep up with me, I think I'm mainly active now doing Instagram stories. So probably a link down below in the about section of this video. But yeah, just wanted to give you a heads up. Anyway, I'm gonna go, I gotta go do a live stream now. Like I said, twitch.tv/Girbeagly. It's popping off. It's the fun place to be. That was probably The cheesiest self-endorsement I've ever given myself. Anyway, just because I'm cringe doesn't mean that you shouldn't go support me there. I'll catch you guys in a future video. Goodbye, everyone.